In this video, let's take a look at creating a calibration from a scale factor and a base point. I'm going to go to Calibration, Create Calibration, and beginning in TPC 2022 R1, there's another option down here at the bottom called Enter a Scale Factor and a Base Point. So I'm going to enter a scale factor of 0.5, and I'm going to enter this 1 for the base point, because that's an existing point. It pulls in those coordinates. And we're going to create a calibration. Now, taking a look at this, we see that the scale is 0.5, there's no rotation, and the translation values are simply dependent on the coordinates involved in your survey. Here I'm on a local grid, but if you're using UTM, state plane, low distortion coordinates, these values will be different, but the math is exactly the same. So the process is the same regardless of where it sits. Let's just make some notes here that we're going from red to blue, and it uses the scale factor and the base point as part of the name. And let's go ahead and just save that then. So we've got what we want, and I'm going to call it red bigger to blue smaller, just so we can kind of keep track of that. So now let's go ahead and calibrate. Let's calibrate, and I've got this traverse selected, so we're going to say the entire traverse red bigger, and we're going to use a calibration. So let's select it. We're going to do a direct calibration, not a reverse. Let's go ahead and hit the calibrate button. See what happened? So we went ahead and calibrated the red traverse so it exactly matches the blue traverse. And of course, we could undo that and recalibrate as many times as we want. Now, I want to show you that I also have that point and that scale factor in the survey information project factors. A lot of you use an average point and use a combined factor sometimes. So when I go to create that calibration, I could also just say, get the scale factor and base point from the project, and it would pull those in. You also have the ability, some of you do this coordinate conversion inside of Traverse PC. I can do that same factor and base point and save it as a calibration here. Now I wanted to show you this because a lot of you deal with grid to ground. I know a lot of Trimble users, Trimble is always forever, normalized a plane to one point, and then they simply scale about that point for grid to ground. That's real common. And of course, we allow you to calibrate on import-export. So I just wanted you to see that if you need to create a simple calibration based on a base point and a scale factor, now you can.